Guys, we're gonna make a simple chicken karahi masala today, and these are the main ingredients. We've got some turmeric powder, which is just 1 teaspoon, some red chili powder, which is also 1 teaspoon, some salt to taste, some karahi masala, which is on the corner, which is also 1 teaspoon, or it depends how hot you like it, and 1 teaspoon garam masala, which has coriander powder and also cumin seeds, and 1 teaspoon fenugreek leaves, which is kasuri methi. And here we have 4 tomatoes, so I'm just gonna slice them in half, and we're gonna use them in our curry. And this is 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic, which I've already made a paste, and 3 to 4 green chilies. And here I have is about 1 kg of chicken, which is into pieces, and about 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, or you can use any yogurt or natural yogurt. And here I have some olive oil. And let's start the process. First, I'll just slice the tomatoes in half. Just to tell you that this recipe doesn't include any onions, so we're just gonna make it with tomatoes and some yogurt, which is very simple and quick and easy. I'll just slice the tomatoes now, and then we'll start the cooking process. Alright guys, I have sliced the tomatoes, and we're just gonna do the cooking now, and we're just gonna turn the flame on. So let's head to the stove. And now we're gonna add some olive oil to the pan. Let the pan heat up a bit so we can add some oil in it. Should be good enough. So just a few tablespoons or even teaspoons, depends how much you like. So we're just gonna add a bit of, like, maybe 4 or 5 tablespoons, and just let it heat a bit more. And then we'll just add the chicken, which we have right there. For the chicken, I'm using a tong because as it'll splat all over me, so we don't want it to splatter. So gently place the chicken pieces in the wok. As you can hear the sizzling noise. We're just gonna spread it out evenly. So then it can get coated with the oil. Just kind of exhaust fan on. So here's the chicken in the pan. As it turns to a little bit of like whitish color, you can just check from this other side, and making sure you turn it over so it can actually give a nice color on the other side too. So we have this piece here. Obviously it won't cook now, like in the oil. So we're actually going to cook the whole process with the masalas, the tomatoes, and the ginger garlic. So we're just going to give it a bit of color, as long as it's not pink anymore. And then I'm just going to make sure every piece is turned over. There you go. And now we can add the ginger and garlic paste and some chili that I just showed in the video earlier, which we just did. And we're just going to stir it properly. so then all the juices of the chicken can actually merge with the ginger and garlic, and you won't have that weird taste or smell in it with the meat once it's cooked. So making sure you stir it properly, and the green chilies will give a nice kick and a bit of a taste as well. So this is a really quick and simple recipe, especially if you're a working lady or maybe a housewife, or even if you've got guests coming. You need to make for maybe about 2 people, 3 people, depending on how many members you have, or they want to visit you or something. So, and this is basically without tomatoes, without onions. And a quick one, which I always make if I don't feel like adding any onions, and the tomatoes make a nice gravy with it. Alright, at this stage what we're going to do is we're going to place the tomatoes on the top of the karahi. So what that will do is we're gonna cover it, and then it will remove all the skin from the tomatoes. So we're going to place it like that, and I'll show you how it's done, as we're not going to peel them or anything or blend them. So there you go. These are all the tomatoes that I just sliced, those 4 tomatoes, and we're going to cover it on low heat for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, as long as the skin is removed in the steam. So I'll show you in a while. Okay guys, we're just gonna lift the lid up to see how the tomatoes are going. Wow. We'll remove the skin so they'll just peel off easily. See, like that, with a tongue, so then you don't burn your hands or anything. Yep, that one's coming off easily as well. And that one too. So making sure you remove all the peels. You don't want them in your karahi, as they'll taste weird. You can also cut them in like little pieces and then even make a paste. But then if you want like the taste of the fresh tomatoes, you can always leave the skin on and then remove them like that in the steam. They come out nicely. So just like that. Any other you see, you can just from the other side. You can also increase the flame as well, so then the chicken starts cooking, as it's gonna be cooked on the high flame. So there you go guys, all of the skin has been removed, and I'll just show you the next process. Okay, we're gonna mix it properly. Oops, there's a bit of that left. There you go guys. So we're just gonna cook this on high flame and making sure the tomatoes get all mashed up like that with your spoon. And you want the tomatoes to actually mix with the chicken, so then you can make a nice thick gravy, or depending on how thin or thick you like and how many people are going to eat it. So just gonna, as you can see, it's already starting to become red with the tomatoes. Alright guys, here you can see we've mashed all the tomatoes here, so you can actually see the color of it. It's pretty much red. We haven't added any masalas, which are here. So we're just about to do that now. Alright, we will add all our masalas to the karahi. So they can cook with the chicken and the tomatoes. And once we get a nice gravy, we're gonna add some yogurt to it, which I just showed earlier. If you need to add a few splashes of water, you can do that, so then the masala, the gravy, doesn't burn. Alright, here I have a cup of water, which I'm just gonna add to the masala, so it doesn't burn or anything. And then it'll just give a nice gravy look. Just gonna make sure that we mix it properly. It's already starting to look nice. Alright guys, at this stage we're gonna add the yogurt so it can cook with the masala, so it doesn't separate the the little bits, so then it gets a nice flavor as well as color. There you go. You can actually see it start to thicken nicely, and actually stir it properly, so then the yogurt actually gets coated in with the pieces and you don't see any white bits. You're gonna make sure you stir it properly. And it really depends how much masala you want. If you want to dry it, you can on high flame. If you want to add more water, make it into like a little more curry, which is to dip with your naan or roti, or to have them on your rice. Otherwise, if you like it thick like us, I'm gonna thicken this a bit more, so then when the oil starts evaporating from the sides and separates, it means your curry is cooked. So just making sure we start properly. And there, as you can see, you can already see the cooking process and the oils on the side. Alright guys, here you see it's almost done. As you can see the oil from the side. And there, we're about to garnish. I didn't have any fresh coriander, so we're just gonna add some frozen one. That doesn't really matter. It really depends if you're serving it for guests, then I guess you need proper garnishing. And obviously fresh does taste good as well, but if you don't have that right now, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna mix it properly, making sure the chicken has been cooked. And there you are. Alright, so I'm just gonna add the frozen coriander. Just gonna mix it properly, making sure it's within the masala. We're just gonna let it simmer on low flame for about 5 minutes, I'd say. And just making sure that all the spices, or if there's any if there's any like little piece, like just juices in the chicken that hasn't been cooked, that can cook properly. So we'll just cover it and then put it on low simmer. Alright guys, we're gonna lift the lid up and see how it's looking. Yum, the smell is nice. And we're just gonna give a nice stir, like mix it properly. And see, you can see the masala, it's all covered in the chicken pieces. And you can actually see how thick it is. And yeah, if you want to add any water, you can always, obviously, but that's how we like it. Yeah, the chicken's cooked as well. And on the top, we're just gonna add some chilies, like just for maybe a bit of garnish and a taste if you like some. That's really optional. But yeah, so then it's fully cooked. There you go, guys. Here's our yummy chicken karahi, which is pretty simple, which you just have to add in your tomatoes, your yogurt, and your masalas, which were just a few. There you go. You can enjoy with your rice, your papadams, or even your naan bread, roti, paratha, whatever you like. There you go. Masaledar, simple chicken kadhai with tomatoes. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.